Hello, I'm Dominique Anderson, real estate and community development strategist, capital stack storyteller, and your guide for turning mission into money that moves. I help nonprofits, faith based groups, and emerging developers fund and communicate their mission driven projects. What's my superpower? I translate your big vision into capital stack strategies that speak funder fluently without drowning in spreadsheets and charts, right? So I speak English, Spanish, and funder fluently. And if that's your thing, go ahead and hit subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, share the video with someone else that you may know that's building something powerful for their community. Maybe it's your partner. Share this with them. Like it, subscribe, share, right? We're always supposed to tell you that. So I really do want you to like, subscribe, and share. So today we're talking about one of the most overlooked tools in real estate development, storytelling. Yep, capital stack storytelling. There's a story that comes with numbers, right? Because here's the truth. Funders don't invest in spreadsheets. They invest in clarity, confidence, connection, and community. So let's start with this. Every development has a story, but most people skip straight to the numbers. Before you talk sources and uses, as we do in development, right? Where's the money coming from? How I'm going to use it? You're a mission driven developer. So let's think mission driven. Ask yourself 3 things. What are you building? Why does it matter? And who benefits? Again, the 3 things you're going to ask yourself. What are you building? Why does it matter? And who benefits? That's your foundation. Your why isn't fluff, it's fuel that moves this ship forward. Now, I want you to picture your capital stack like a layered cake or a lasagna or whatever has layers if you're hungry, right? It's dinner time, so clearly that's what I'm thinking about. Each layer is a character in your story. So we have grants. Let's talk about grants. They're the believers who show up first. And if you're a nonprofit, you think about grants all the time, right? But we're developers, so we want to open up that stack, right? And think outside of the free money. We know that they're going to, if we tell a good enough story, they'll show up. If we have a good enough mission, generally they'll show up, right? But we have other money out there. What about community development finance institutions or CDFIs? I call them a bank for good, right? They're mission aligned. They can be your partners who help you carry the weight. So instead of just a regular bank, they're a bank with a heart that says, you know what, we want to put money into this way. Great. What about equity? We hear about equity all the time. What does that mean? They're the risk takers. They want the upside of making some money, making some equity in a project, but they also want the impact, right? Make money, do good, repeat, like social entrepreneurship. Make money, do good, repeat. That's the equity investor. And then at the center of all these acronyms and terms and funders, there's you. You're the visionary or the visionaries who saw the possibility on that vacant lot. Some people saw grass and dirt, but you're the one who said, what if we did more than just build? What if we transformed? Every great story, every great project starts with that what if, right? What if we did more than just build something? What if we transformed this community? That's the story you have to tell, right? And so your job is to tell that story of how each dollar plays a part in the mission. Every dollar is accounted for, right? But so here's where it gets really good. Every good story needs a little conflict. What about that missing $250,000? What if we're 250K short? What if there's a finance gap? What happens? What's the emotion that goes with that? It's not a problem. It's your plot twist, right? Because what if it was all, we're going to do this and it's going to be great, sunshine and roses? Nope. We need to tell the other side, right? And the resolution to that, that's where your funders come in. That's where you tell them, you don't just say, we need money. You say, this is where you join the story, and this is how we're going to finish it together. So, what I need to know now is, are you already using storytelling in your pitches or your proposals? If you are, why are you here? Thanks for coming. But if you've already got it down, maybe you just share this with somebody, right? But I want to hear. Drop a comment below and tell me what's working. So if it's working, just drop in there, it's working. Or if you're stuck, drop in there, stuck. And feel free to tell me, hey, I believe that iron sharpens iron. So if it's working, tell us what you're doing that's working, if you don't mind sharing. And if you're stuck, tell us where you're stuck. Okay? Because that's the only way I know I can help. And then we can only help each other is if you tell us where you're stuck. Okay, so we've covered a good bit, right? Here's your takeaway. The next time you talk to somebody about money, right? You're pitching your capital stack. Don't just list numbers. Tell the story. What are you telling in your story? Who are you? Why does that matter? And what role will that funder play? You got to hit those heartstrings, and people need to know who are you, why it matters, and how that funder is really going to make a big difference in being there. That's what moves money and missions forward. Listen, if you need help shaping your capital stack story, I offer strategy sessions to do exactly that. Right? There's a link below. Look in the description. If you want to book some time with me, listen, we can talk for a few minutes for $0. $0, right? So get on my calendar. Let's talk about your project and let's see if we're a good fit for one another to help you build the money that you need to make that change. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button if this was helpful, and share with someone building community on purpose. I'll see you in the next video. Adios.